Is it true that your best years are behind you? That getting older automatically means slowing down, losing your sharpness, and just sort of fading into the background? So many of us, maybe without even realizing it, carry around these ideas about aging. These sort of unspoken rules or expectations about what life should look like once you hit a certain age. And honestly, believing them can feel really heavy, like a weight on your shoulders, making you feel older than you are, less capable, less vibrant. It's like these myths create a box, and you feel pressured to fit inside it, even if it doesn't feel like you at all. You might find yourself saying no to new opportunities, thinking, "Oh, I'm too old for that," or feeling discouraged by small physical changes, believing they're the start of an inevitable decline. But what if I told you that many of these common beliefs about aging are just not true? What if they're outdated ideas that have been passed down, but don't reflect the reality of aging today, or even the reality of what's possible? It's time to challenge these old notions that can make you feel old before your time. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 big aging myths that are totally false and see how letting go of them can open up a world of possibility and renewed energy. Stick with me to the very end, because there's something coming up that I think will truly surprise you and might just change how you see your own future. Let's start by tackling the first myth head on, one that can really limit us if we believe it. It's the old saying, "You can't teach an old dog new tricks." You've heard it, right? This idea that as you get older, your brain becomes rigid, you lose the ability to learn new things, or that it's just too difficult to pick up a new skill, a new language, or even figure out that new smartphone. It paints a picture of a mind that's sort of set in its ways, incapable of growth or adaptation. And if you buy into this myth, you might stop challenging yourself, stop exploring new interests, and that can lead to boredom, stagnation, and a feeling of being left behind. It's easy to say, "Oh, I'm not good with technology," or "My memory isn't what it used to be. I could never learn to paint." But the truth is, the human brain is remarkably adaptable, no matter your age. It's a concept called neuroplasticity, which sounds complex but simply means your brain can reorganize itself, form new connections, and even create new neurons throughout your life. Think about it like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger and more flexible it becomes. Learning a new skill, whether it's playing a musical instrument, learning a new language, taking up photography, or even just mastering a challenging new recipe, actually builds new neural pathways in your brain. It keeps your mind sharp, improves your memory, and boosts your cognitive function. For example, I recently heard about a gentleman in his late 70s who decided to learn Spanish because he wanted to be able to talk to his grandchildren's spouses. He started with apps and online lessons. And yes, it took time and effort, just like it would for anyone. But he stuck with it. Now he can have simple conversations. And the joy and confidence it has brought him are incredible. He said it made him feel like his brain was waking up again. Or think about taking a community college class, maybe something you always wanted to study but never had time for. History, literature, art. Not only are you learning something new, but you're also engaging socially, which is another huge boost for brain health and overall well-being. The idea that learning is just for young people is completely false. Your brain is ready and capable of learning new things right now. Today, the only barrier is often the belief that you can't. So, if there's something you've always wanted to learn, something that sparks your curiosity, don't let this myth hold you back. Give it a try. Start small, be patient with yourself, and celebrate the progress, not just the mastery. Moving on from the idea that our minds decline inevitably, let's address another big one that really impacts how we feel about our daily lives. The myth that aging means inevitable and significant physical decline. You know, the picture often painted is one of constant aches and pains, frailty, losing mobility, and just generally becoming less capable physically. It's the myth that says slowing down is just a normal part of getting older, and that serious exercise or staying very active isn't possible. or even advisable anymore. And if you believe this, you might stop exercising altogether, avoid activities you used to enjoy, or just resign yourself to feeling stiff or tired. While it's true that our bodies change as we age, we might lose some muscle mass. Our joints might feel different, and our endurance might decrease if we don't work at it. Severe decline is often more a result of inactivity and lifestyle choices than aging itself. Our bodies are designed to move, and they respond incredibly well to being challenged. No matter the age, regular physical activity is one of the most powerful tools we have against the effects of aging. It helps maintain muscle mass and bone density, improves flexibility and balance, which is crucial for preventing falls, boosts cardiovascular health, and even lifts your mood. And you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to make a difference. Something as simple as a daily brisk walk can have profound benefits. Joining a gentle exercise class, like yoga, tai chi, or water aerobics, can improve flexibility, strength, and balance in a supportive environment. Even doing simple strength exercises at home with light weights or resistance bands a couple of times a week can make a huge difference in maintaining independence and making everyday tasks easier. Think about carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair. All of these are easier when you maintain strength. I remember my aunt, who used to believe this myth strongly. She had stopped walking much and felt very stiff. Her doctor suggested a gentle walking program. She started slowly, just 10 minutes a day around her block. Gradually, she increased the time and speed. Within a few months, she was walking for 30 minutes daily, felt less stiff, had more energy, and even started walking with a friend, adding a social element. She told me, "I thought feeling this way was just how it was going to be now. I didn't realize I had so much control over how my body felt." It's about finding activities you enjoy and can stick with. It's not about trying to be 20 again. It's about being the strongest, most capable version of yourself at your current age. Don't let the myth of inevitable physical decline stop you from moving your body and enjoying the physical capabilities you have and can continue to build. Our bodies are resilient and responsive, and staying active is key to maintaining vitality and independence well into older age. It truly makes a world of difference in how you feel day to day, carrying on from the idea that our physical capabilities aren't doomed to inevitable decline. Let's think about another myth that can be quite subtle but impactful, the idea that older people somehow become less individual, that they all sort of become the same, maybe a bit set in their ways, or conforming to a stereotype of old person behavior. This myth can make you feel like your unique personality, your quirks, your lifelong passions, start to fade or become less important. It suggests that individuality is something primarily for the young, and if you internalize this, you might feel pressure to fit into a mold, to stop expressing yourself fully, or even feel that your opinions and perspectives are less relevant. But the reality is often the opposite. As we age, we accumulate a lifetime of experiences, lessons learned, different roles we've played, and challenges overcome. This vast tapestry of life doesn't make us less individual. It often makes us more uniquely ourselves. We've had more time to figure out who we are, what we value, and what truly brings us joy. Our personalities, which have been shaped over decades, are usually more defined, not less. Think about the older people you know who are truly vibrant. Aren't they often the ones with the most distinct personalities, the strongest opinions, the most fascinating stories? They haven't become generic. They've become more concentrated versions of themselves, pursuing hobbies that reflect your unique interests, maintaining your personal style, whatever that may be, staying engaged in conversations where you share your distinct point of view. These are all ways you continue to express and celebrate your individuality. Maybe you've always loved gardening and now have more time to dedicate to creating a unique oasis. Maybe you have a specific sense of humor that lights up a room. Perhaps you have a particular passion for a historical period, or a unique talent for knitting intricate patterns, or a strong voice for a cause you care about. These aren't things that disappear with age. They are often things that deepen and become even more a part of who you are. This myth is particularly damaging because it can make older individuals feel invisible or unheard. as if their unique voice doesn't matter anymore. But every single person carries a unique history and perspective that is valuable and interesting. Don't ever feel that you need to dim your light or conform to someone else's idea of what an older person should be. Your individuality is a source of strength, joy, and connection. Keep being unapologetically you. Now, let's talk about a myth that causes a lot of anxiety for many people. The idea that significant memory loss is just a normal, unavoidable part of aging. You hear people joke about senior moments or forgetfulness being synonymous with getting older. And while minor, changes in memory processing speed can occur, debilitating memory loss is absolutely not a normal consequence of aging itself. This myth can cause unnecessary worry and lead people to just accept forgetfulness as inevitable, maybe even preventing them from seeking help if they are experiencing concerning symptoms. It paints a picture of a mind that's slowly but surely losing its grip. But the truth is, most people maintain good cognitive function well into their later years. While it might take a little longer to recall a name or you might misplace your keys occasionally, these are often minor issues that happen to people of all ages, especially when we are distracted or stressed. Serious memory loss that impacts daily life, like forgetting names of close family members, getting lost in familiar places, or difficulty following conversations, is not typical aging. It can be a symptom of underlying medical conditions, nutritional deficiencies, medication side effects, or conditions like Alzheimer's or other dementias, which are diseases, not a normal part of getting older. The good news is there are many things you can do to support brain health and cognitive function throughout your life. Just like staying physically active helps your body, keeping your brain active is crucial. We touched on learning new things earlier, and that's a big part of it. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities like reading, doing puzzles, playing strategy games, or even learning a new skill or language helps keep your brain sharp and resilient. Social connection is also incredibly important for brain health. Engaging with others, having conversations, and participating in social activities can reduce stress and keep your mind stimulated. What you eat plays a big role too. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats like those found in fish, nuts, and olive oil provides the nutrients your brain needs to function optimally. The Mediterranean diet, for example, is often recommended for brain health. Staying hydrated is also simple but important. Dehydration can definitely affect cognitive function and concentration. Managing stress is key as well, as chronic stress can impact memory. Finding healthy ways to cope with stress, whether through meditation, mindfulness, spending time in nature, or pursuing a hobby, can make a difference. And perhaps most importantly, if you are concerned about your memory or cognitive function, talk to a doctor. Don't just dismiss it as getting old. There might be treatable causes. Or if it is something more serious, early diagnosis and intervention can make a significant difference in managing symptoms and maintaining quality of life. Don't let the myth of inevitable memory loss stop you from taking proactive steps to protect your brain health and seeking help if you need it. Your memory is precious, and you can absolutely work to keep it strong. Let's tackle another deeply ingrained myth, one that touches on a very personal aspect of life, the idea that older people lose interest in intimacy or sex, or that it's somehow inappropriate or unimportant in later life. This myth can lead to feelings of invisibility, loneliness, and a sense of loss in relationships. It suggests that physical and emotional connection is something exclusively for the young. And if you or your partner believe this, it can create distance and inhibit a healthy expression of love and connection. While it's true that physical bodies change with age, impacting sexual function in various ways for both men and women, the desire for intimacy, connection, and affection does not automatically disappear. In fact, for many couples, the emotional bond deepens over the years. And this can enhance intimacy. Intimacy is much broader than just sexual activity. It includes affection, closeness, companionship, and emotional support, all of which remain vitally important throughout life. Sexual expression itself can also continue to be a fulfilling part of life, though it might evolve It might involve different forms of touch, different frequencies, or focusing more on emotional closeness and pleasure than strictly penetrative sex. Open communication with a partner is key to navigating these changes and finding what works for both of you. Physical changes that impact sexual function, like dryness or erectile dysfunction, are often treatable with medical interventions. Lifestyle changes or therapies. Hormonal changes can also be addressed in some cases. It's important not to feel embarrassed to discuss these issues with a doctor. They are common and manageable. Beyond the physical, psychological factors play a huge role. Stress, body image issues, or the very belief in this myth can negatively impact desire. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, staying active, eating well, managing stress can also have positive effects on libido and overall well-being, which in turn supports intimacy. Think about older couples you know who have been together for decades. They often share a profound level of comfort, understanding, and affection that is a powerful form of intimacy. Their relationship might not look like a romantic movie, but it is rich in shared history, mutual support, and deep love. This myth can unfortunately lead to older individuals feeling isolated or undesirable, which is heartbreakingly untrue. The need for love, touch, and connection is a fundamental human need that doesn't have an expiration date. Don't let this myth diminish the importance of intimacy and affection in your relationships. No matter your age, it's a vital part of emotional and physical well-being. Finally, let's address a myth that often shapes expectations about retirement and later life. The idea that once you reach a certain age, especially after retirement, you should just slow down, relax, and essentially do as little as possible. This myth suggests that pushing yourself, taking on new challenges, or even maintaining a busy social schedule is somehow unnecessary or even detrimental as you get older. It paints a picture of decline and withdrawal. And if you believe this, you might find yourself feeling bored, isolated, and lacking purpose, which can have negative impacts on both your mental and physical health. The reality is that staying active and engaged in multiple ways is actually crucial for healthy aging. People who remain involved in activities, maintain social connections, and continue to pursue interests tend to be happier, healthier, and live longer. Retirement doesn't have to mean retiring from life. It's an opportunity to redirect your energy towards things you've always wanted to do, but didn't have the time for. Think about the positive effects of staying active socially. Loneliness and isolation are serious issues, and staying connected with friends, family, or community groups provides emotional support, mental stimulation, and a sense of belonging. This could be joining a book club, volunteering for a cause you care about, participating in activities at a senior center, or simply making time to regularly connect with loved ones. Pursuing hobbies keeps your mind engaged and provides a sense of accomplishment and enjoyment. Maybe you've always loved gardening, painting, writing, woodworking, or playing a musical instrument. Now is the perfect time to dive deeper into those passions. Learning new things, as we discussed earlier, is another fantastic way to stay engaged and keep your brain sharp. Taking a class, learning a new language, or mastering a new technology keeps you connected to the world and gives you a sense of purpose. Even staying physically active, which we talked about with Myth 2, is part of staying active in life. It enables you to do all the other things you want to do. People who embrace new opportunities and challenges in later life often talk about feeling revitalized and having a renewed sense of purpose. They are proof that aging isn't about shutting down. It's about opening up to new possibilities. My neighbor, after retiring from a demanding job, initially felt lost. She believed she was supposed to just relax. But after a few months, she decided to volunteer at a local animal shelter, something she loved. She started going a couple of days a week, then more. She found immense joy in caring for the animals and connecting with other volunteers. It gave her structure, purpose, and social interaction. She often says it makes her feel younger and more alive than ever before. Don't let the myth that you should slow down stop you from seeking out new experiences, contributing your talents, and staying fully engaged with life. Staying active, in mind, body, and spirit, is one of the best things you can do for yourself as you age. So, We've looked at several powerful myths that can really shape how we view getting older. The idea that you can't learn new things, that physical and mental decline are inevitable, that you lose your individuality, that intimacy fades away, and that you should just slow down. It's easy to see how believing these things, even just a little bit, can make you feel older than your years and limit your potential. But as we've explored, these aren't truths. They are just outdated beliefs that simply don't reflect the vibrant, capable, and active lives that so many people live well into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Aging isn't about becoming less. It's about accumulating a lifetime of wisdom, experience, and resilience. It's a time when you have the opportunity to focus on what truly matters to you, to pursue passions you didn't have time for before, and to connect with others on a deeper level. Remember, small shifts in your perspective and small changes in your habits can make a monumental difference in how you feel and how you experience this stage of life. Don't let these myths define you or hold you back. Embrace the possibilities that each new day brings, regardless of the number of candles on your birthday cake. Your ability to learn, to stay active, to be uniquely yourself, to experience intimacy, and to remain engaged with the world doesn't diminish with age unless you let those old myths convince you otherwise. You have so much to offer, so much to experience, and so much life to live. I truly hope this has been helpful and perhaps even eye-opening. It's so important to challenge these limiting beliefs. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Which of these myths did you find most surprising? Or which one resonates most with you? Please share your own experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful and encouraging to others watching. And if you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up, as that helps others find this information. Also, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos aimed at helping you live your best life, whatever your age. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. Keep challenging those old myths. Keep embracing life with curiosity and energy. And remember, live your best life at every age.